I'm like, huh? What you mean? He was just like, don't worry about it. But I kind of figure, I kind of know why they're doing this, but I'm gonna just go down there and have a conversation with her. I'm like, okay. So, like I said, we had to move my stuff over to my apartment. We were just staying at Marlon's apartment. The kids had to went to sleep for the night. They was down for the night. It was just me and Marlon, and I was just walking some small stuff into his apartment or whatever. Not next thing you know, we hear like slam, 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 and I'm just like, what the hell? Who's slamming doors? Like what is this? It's not coming from our apartment. I'm like, yo, who's slamming doors? And Marlon's looking at me. He was like, I don't know. And then he went outside back to the truck to go grab more stuff. And then I hear slam, slam, slam. So I walk outside to figure out, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? When I walked outside, I see Marlon coming up with some boxes, and the downstairs neighbor, the one that's in the wheelchair, was at her door, just slamming it back and forth. When she saw Marlon come up, she looked at him and then she stopped. And then Marlon came upstairs. She was like, you know that old bitch down there just slammed the door? I was like, I mean, I ain't know what it was. I just keep hearing slam, slam, slam. I don't know what's going on. He's like, yo, she's so throwed off. She throwed off. And I'm just like, well, I don't know. She's like, she gotta be thrown off. Because remember when she called the police on the kids just down walking, filing a noise complaint on a Friday night at 9 o'clock. They can't even walk. And I'm just like, well, we not gonna be here that long. My apartment over there, we as soon as I get the thing, like the beds and stuff situated, I'm like, I can go get me a mattress and I can sleep on the floor. I can wait to get to bed. I don't care about none of that. Like, we gonna get out so that they can stop. So the very next day, when we woke up, went downstairs, I had the kids with me, okay? I had the kids with me. We walking downstairs, and we saw the lady in the wheelchair. She said hey to me and the kids, and we said hey. She did not say anything to Marlon. She just glared at him. And I'm just like, okay, all right. We left, did our little family little thing, and then came back. When we came back, she was sitting outside in her little wheelchair talking to Brenda. And when she was talking to Brenda, we walked by. The kids said hey to her, because I make sure that my kids are respectable. They're going to speak to people, especially if we're walking past people. You're going to acknowledge them, say hey, and keep going. So my kids acknowledged them, said hey, and was walking upstairs. And when they was walking up the stairs, like, because the lady said hey to them, she said hey to me. Marlon said hey to her. She didn't say anything. So that triggered Marlon. So me and the kids were walking up the stairs, and I noticed Marlon was still downstairs. He's like, yo, I just want to know, like, why you called the police on me? And I'm like, oh, he's having that conversation. Let me put the kids in the house. So I was like, all right, Jason, y'all go in there. Y'all can go in the room, watch TV for a little bit, okay? I'll be in a minute. So put the kids in the house, and I stand, because Marlon lived on the second floor. The neighbors on the first floor. So, and the stairs was kind of like not an L shape, but y'all know y'all know what I'm trying to say. That kind of shape. So you can still, like, when you look down, you can see the first level. So I'm looking down, and I see like Marlon like standing in front of him. It's like, so what's your issue? Like, you called the cops on kids walking? Like, they were just fucking walking upstairs, and you called the cops. It's like, I ain't called the cops. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not. And then Marlon looked at Brenda, and Brenda was just standing there. And he was just like, no, what's your issue? I need you to tell me what the fuck your issue is. Because Marlon had a cup in his hand. He had like a little styrofoam cup, a little takeout to go drink in his hand. He's like, no, I need to know your issue because you called the police on fucking kids walking. And he threw his drink. And I'm just like, why the fuck he riling up at this old fat lady in this wheelchair? Like, leave her alone. Like, it ain't even that serious. To me, I feel like, yo, it ain't even that serious. But to him, it was that deep. So I'm just like, all right. Because to my friend, it's that deep. It got to be that deep to me. So I walked downstairs. And I'm like, all right, Marlon, come on, let's go. He was like, no, that shit ain't fair. She called the fucking police on kids. I'm like, all right, come on, Marlon. It's fine. It's fine. And then Brenda was just like, oh my God, I've never seen you like this before, Marlo. Like, what's going on? He was like, man, fuck y'all. And then he went upstairs. And when we got in the house, I'm like, Marlon, like, what's up? He was like, no, they've been doing this. Like, they've been saying they little slick shit. I noticed that, like, the kids spoke to them. She spoke to you and the kids, but she didn't say nothing to me when I said anything. And I'm just like, yo, what's going on? I take y'all trash to the trash can. Like, anytime that y'all need anything, like, Brenda, I've been taking her to work for the longest. At 4 o'clock in the morning, she knows she can call me, and I can give her a ride to work so she don't have to walk across that bridge. So I'm just like, to sit here and you know she calling the police on me? I'm like, well, her brother knows she calling the police on you. He's like, because I've been telling her. I'm like, when you been telling her? Because mind y'all, me and him are always together. So I'm just like, she ain't been coming over here. So what? She came over here that one time and Jackson was just like, he ain't like her. But she ain't been coming over here before then. So how you been talking to him? Like, yo, like, what's up with that? He was just like, man, she's just been telling me that she's been hearing shit going around here in these apartments, and they've been talking shit about me. They doing this shit on purpose. I don't know if they trying to get me out of here or not, but they targeting me. And I'm just like, well, all right, well, if she has the issue, with the kids walking, we about to go. We about to go to our apartment. Literally, my apartment was across, like the next building across diagonal from Marlon. Literally, the next building over was my building. So I'm just like, look, we about to go over there anyway. So it don't even matter. You ain't got to worry about none of this. So we go in the room. I'm trying to calm everybody down. And Marlon go to looking out the window. He was like, oh, I see Brenda. I'm like, you see Brenda? He was like, oh, and she got some young dude with her. Like, some young dude. Like, what's up with that? I was like, I don't know. He's like, let me go down there and see, like who is this young dude she got with him? Like, what's up with them? And in my mind, I'm like, why are you so concerned about which dude she got with her? Like, what's up? And then Marlon come back upstairs, and he was just like, oh, well, she said she got death in the family, and she's trying to, get they repass together. I was like, oh, is there anything we can help her with? He was like, well, I told her that I was going to get a couple of groceries or whatever. And I was like, all right. So I was like, well, do you want to go to the store and get the groceries for her? He was like, yeah, we can go. So we end up going to the store. I paid for the groceries with my food stamp card because I still had my Maryland food stamps. So I paid for the groceries with my food stamp card, and I gave it to her for the repass over the night. Like, I went up there, handed it to her and everything for the repass, and I'm just like, if you need anything, like, I'm here. And later on that night, because she was just like, well, y'all can come back. Once I cook the food, y'all come back and y'all grab y'all a plate. I'm like, all right, cool. So later on that night, Martin was just like, oh, Brenda called me and said that, like, we can come grab a plate. So we go upstairs, because she stayed on the 3rd floor, like in the same building as Marlon. So Marlon's on the 2nd floor, she's on the 3rd floor. She stayed on the 3rd floor. We go to the 3rd floor, and her son and her niece were outside. Like, we greet them, we talking to them or whatever not. And then Brenda invited us inside. When she invited us inside, like, she was making us a plate, and she was just thanking us, for the groceries, just saying how stressed she was and all of this, and how she hadn't been the same since her last husband passed, and she still can feel his spirit, like just stuff like that. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to her, and she starts to tear up. So me being me, I go and I like grab her and I give her a hug, and I'm like just rubbing her back, and just like we're literally like praying, because I'm just like, yo, she's grieving. So she had death in the family, a close family member at that. So I'm sitting up there in her kitchen, hugging her. She's crying, and like we're just praying. I'm just letting her know, like, look, we're here. Like, and I'm here. If you need anything, like, I'm here. Don't hesitate to ask, like, because people go through things, and her being like a single person, like she don't have like a husband or anything, and her son visits. It's just her for real. So I'm just like, yo, you got me too. Like, yeah, I know Marlon's your friend. You got a friend in me too. If you need me, I'm there. So like I said, I was just sitting there and I was just hugging her, and we were just sitting in her kitchen praying, and Marlon was just looking at us, just smiling.